G'day folks, this is Christy, the Spiritual Warrior of Oz. Welcome. Today I want to discuss veganism on this stormy day in Australia. So, vegan. Why would you be vegan? Why would anyone be vegan? Well, I wasn't brought up a vegan. I did turn vegetarian for a while when I was a teenager, but I was lured back to meat. And then eventually I have come back to vegetarianism and then to veganism. So, why would anyone be vegan? What is it good for? And why did I go vegan? I'll tell you my story, okay? So, I have teenagers, and honestly, was the first main reason for going vegan. Was I understand that the teenagers at the moment in this day and age have little hope for the world because their ancestors, particularly the boomers, have this okay boomer kind of chat, and that is in regards to the way they feel terribly upset that the way that the boomers have just raped and pillaged our beautiful Gaia world and have not cared. All they've cared about is money and getting themselves in a fantastic financial position. I mean, that's what the 80s was all about, right? Well, let's fast forward to 2020, where there's a huge amount of kids feeling depressed and hopeless, and people say to me, why do they feel like that? But they feel like that because they think that nobody cares. They have no hope. Their parents, their grandparents, are they a shining example? Maybe not. Maybe they are, and that's fantastic if they are. That's wonderful. But not everyone is. And I wasn't. I was somebody who thought, okay, we'll only have meat a couple of nights a week, and that'll be good. And it is good to start with. And I think being vegan is a real progression. It's not something that, a lot of people can just go, bang, I'm going to be vegan today. Not a lot of people can do that, and hats off to people who can. But for me, it wasn't that way. For me, it was thinking, oh, we'll have some vegetarian meals, and that's fine. But then I was vegetarian, and then I decided to become vegan. And the first point was doing it for my kids so that they can have a world. I don't want to be 80 and turn around to them and say, yeah, I ruined this world and didn't give a toss, about your world. Because I've got 4 kids. I'm a mum. This is important to me. And I believe even if you don't have children, think about the next generation because they have to live in this world and we have to make it right for them. So that was my first point. Then I also became involved in doing yoga, and I was doing yoga because a lot of people at my work did yoga, and honestly, everyone's really nice there, and everyone's always happy. And I had some time off work, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do some YouTube yoga. Let's give this a crack. Mostly for exercise reasons, just to be healthy. I was having a bad back at work, so I thought if I strengthen the muscles around my back, then that will be good. And it was. That worked for me. But something unexpected came out of doing yoga, and that was that I actually realized how it changes you. It really I used to worry about what other people think about me, and then I came to this point of feeling like I just don't care. I don't care if someone doesn't like me. It's their problem if they don't like me. It's not my problem. And I began to feel this total sense of wholeness and calmness. And when I became vegan, it was a similar thing. I mean, it's when you're not, and it's also in an ethos of being Wiccan as well, in not harming things, in not harming things. people or animals, harm none. That is the way that we are meant to go. And that is what I found when I became vegan. I was doing it for the environmental impacts region because, Gaia is the goddess I pray to. My world, being an environmentalist, is someone I have always been. I've always been an environmentalist. So I just took it to the next level. But then I discovered with eating this whole food, plant-based diet, how strong I felt and how rich I felt and how happy I felt. And I think, when you combine it with yoga as well, yoga is a really good practice for anyone to help, balance them out and just open that third eye and just feel amazing. But being vegan, like people like, do you miss it? I'm like, honestly, I think cheese tastes like bubble gum now. I can't believe how much I used to love it. And now I'm just like, this tastes so weird. Because you do get used to things. And I guess that's the thing as well that you want to keep in mind. That at first you might think, I'll never be able to do this. But play around with some recipes, watch the YouTube channels, and you will be able to get there. Those vegan guys, there's a couple of English guys that I like to follow, and they've really helped me along the journey. Yeah, so back to what I was saying about yoga and your prana, your inner energy, and a lot of old yogis are actually vegan because it's this concept of when you harm none, you have a higher vibration. You're just eating beautiful fresh food that has great enzymes in it, and you're not eating something that's been slaughtered. When you eat something that's being slaughtered, that violence goes into you. It might sound peculiar, but believe me, I've never been happier than what I am now. I've never been able to just let go and just not be hung up on what other people say to me or what they might think about me. It doesn't faze me. I just feel so complete and so fantastic, and I would encourage anyone who's thinking about veganism to give it a go. Give it a go for a little while, see how you go at it. If you fall off the tracks, like I guess we all do at some point in time, then you just say, yep, I'll get back on the track. I mean, if I have fallen off the track of it, the only thing I realized was that I wasn't missing it. Like like last year I thought, I'll have a bit of ham because, a friend at my work said that was one thing he missed about being vegetarian. So I thought, okay, yeah, I haven't had ham for ages. I bet it still tastes good. But my taste buds had changed, because your taste buds do change. And I didn't like it as much as I used to. So, you never know. Don't give up on the idea. Sure, if you've got health problems and there's health reasons that you cannot be vegan, then, of course, that's something that can't be helped. But I think the majority of us could give it a go and should give it a go for many reasons. For your health, for the environment, and yeah, save the animals, save yourself. Give yourself that wholeness, that purity. It will give you a great sense of purity. It will just, I used to see this girl at my work who was a vegan, and she just had the most glowing skin. She was always happy. She was the sweetest. She came from a totally vegan family, and she's the most amazing, gorgeous person. And I don't just put that down to veganism, but definitely having that positive, wonderful energy and light. And, like I said, doing yoga as well, give yourself a chance, love yourself enough to do it. So that's my story anyway. I hope you have enjoyed my video. If you have, share it, like, subscribe, think about being vegan, save the planet, save the animals, save yourself. Blessed be.